Dear students, in this session we will discuss about ABCD parameters in terms of Z parameter and Y parameter. ABCD parameter is also called the general circuit parameter. So, we will express ABCD parameter in terms of Z parameter. Then we will represent ABCD parameter in terms of Y parameter. Let us see. All these parameters representation or interrelationship is obtained from the equations such as open circuit impedance parameter equation, open circuit admittance parameter equation, or ABCD or transmission parameters. See, so we have to write all these equations first. First of all, let us see what is ABCD parameter. ABCD parameter is in case of ABCD, let us see first the open circuit impedance parameter. In the case of impedance parameter, we will represent V1 and V2. And for the admittance parameter, we will represent I1 and I2. And for the ABCD parameter, we will represent V1 and I1. Okay, that is the first thing you remember. And first of all, let us see in the case of impedance parameter, V1 will be equal to represented in terms of I1 and I2. So it will be the Z parameter, that is Z11 I1 plus Z12 I2. V2 equal to Z21 I1 plus Z22 I2. Next we will go to admittance parameter, that is I1 and I2 are the admittance will be represented in terms of the admittance parameters. That is I1 equal to admittance parameter is represented by Y. So I1 equal to Y11 V1 plus Y12 V2, and I2 will be represented by Y21 V1 plus Y22 V2. Next is the ABCD parameter. Here we will take one of voltage and other is current. So V1 equal to A V2 minus B I2, and I1 will be equal to C V2 minus D I2. Here the thing you remember is that V1 will be expressed in terms of V2 and I2. Similarly, I1 will be represented in terms of V2 and I2. And here the negative sign is associated with the I2. Okay. So ABCD are the ABCD parameter or transmission matrix parameter. And this is the basic equation. We are numbered it in the initial sessions of our discussion as a 16.1. This is 16.2 and this one is 16.3. This is 16.4. Next is 16.5 and 16.6. So this is the numbering notation equations. So let us see. First we are representing ABCD parameter in terms of the Z parameter. So here we are writing all the equations at a stretch. Here A can be written as, this is the first ABCD parameter equation. A is obtained by, how A is obtained? By setting I2 equal to 0. So A equal to V1 by V2. So when I2 equal to 0, C will be equal to I1 by V2. Next, B is obtained by setting V2 equal to 0. So B will be equal to minus V1 by I2. Similarly, when V2 equal to 0, this D will be obtained. D equal to minus I1 by I2. So this is the ABCD parameter equation. So we are representing this A, B, C and D in terms of Z parameters first. So we have to take the Z parameter equation, that is 16.1 and 16.2, that is V1 and V2 equation. This is that equation. Okay. So first of all, here if you are taking the equation of A, it is obtained by putting I2 equal to 0. So here we are taking this condition, that is I2 equal to 0, and we are substituting this condition in this equation, that is for Z parameter equation. So whenever we are substituting I2 equal to 0, so that this two terms will become 0. So we will get the rest of the terms like this. This is the first equation term, this is the second equation term. So V1 by V2 is obtained by dividing first this equation by this one. Okay. So V1 by V2 equal to Z11 by Z21. So that will be equal to A, because A is equal to V1 by V2 at I2 equal to 0. So V1 by V2 at I2 equal to 0 means that will be equal to Z11 divided by Z21. So that's why we obtained the relation between A and Z. Next we have to derive, see, Next we are deriving the equation for C. Here C is the next condition, that is also obtained by setting I2 equal to 0. So we have to substitute this condition in set parameter equation. Okay, whenever I2 equal to 0, what will happen? This V1 equal to Z11 I1 and V2 equal to Z21 I1. Okay, so we can represent it. When I2 equal to 0, the equation, second equation, we are taking the second equation. What is the second equation? This is the 16.2 equation. So whenever I2 equal to 0, this will become V2 equal to Z21 into I1. Here it is not at it. Whenever I2 equal to 0, V2 equal to Z21 into I1. So in that equation, we have a relation here, C equal to I1 by V2. So what is I1 by V2 here? Here I1 by V2 will be equal to 1 by Z21, right? I1 by V2 at I2 equal to 0 is a C value, that will be equal to 1 by Z21. This is the way we are finding the relationship between A, B, C, D and set parameters. Next we are going to derive the equation for B. Here B, how B is obtained? B is obtained by putting V2 equal to 0. And here we are trying to prove the relation between B and set parameter. So we have to take the equation for set parameter. So we have to take this equation, and where we are substituting V2 equal to 0. What will happen to this equation when V2 equal to 0? So here there is no other V2 terms. So this equation will be remaining the same. And when V2 equal to 0, this term becomes 0. 0 will be equal to rest of the terms are the same. So let us write the equation. When V2 equal to 0, we will get a equation 16.1 and 16.2 as V1 is this equation and V2 is setting to 0. So this is the equation. So we can write this in the matrix form. So we will get V1 0 and this is Z11, Z12, Z21, Z22 and this is I1, I2. And here we want to find out the value of B. For that, you know what is the value of B? B is equal to minus V1 by I2. So we need to find out the value of V1 in order to find B. So to find V1, here you have V1 is here. So to find the value of V1, you can simply use Cramer's rule. Okay. Let us see here. To find the value of I2, what will be the equation? You may be familiar with the Cramer's rule. That is, to find I2, you can simply substitute instead of this column, this one. Okay. So you will get a determinant of I2 can be obtained by determinant of Z11, Z21. Instead of this column, you are substituting V1 0. So V1 0 divided by what is the denominator term? Denominator is the determinant of this set parameter matrix, that is represented by delta Z. That is equal to delta Z. Okay. So this is equal to, we are multiplying cross multiplication. So we will get a minus Z21 V1 divided by delta Z equal to I2. So what is, see, you can see what is B? B is minus V1 by I2. So instead of minus V1, you can substitute minus V1 by I2. Instead of I2, you can substitute this value. Okay. So when you are substituting for I2, you will get B will be equal to delta Z by Z21. That is simple substitution. I2 can be substituted here. So you will get I2 will be equal to this equation. And in that case, you know what is B? B is equal to minus V1 by I2. That is minus V1 by I2 will become I2. And I2 terms gets V1 and V1 terms get cancelled. So you will get B will be equal to delta Z divided by Z21. So that is B. So now you find out C, B, A. Next, what is the parameter? D. You have to find the relationship between D and Z. So the condition you are taking is V2 equal to 0, right? So when you are putting V2 equal to 0 and you are proving the relation between ABCD parameter and set parameter, so you have to take this set parameter equation, and in this equation you have to put V2 equal to 0. Okay. So let us see. When you are substituting V2 equal to 0, equation 16.2 becomes, what will happen to equation 16.2? This V2 equal to 0. So the right hand side equation will be there. That is Z21 I1 plus Z22 I2 will be equal to 0. Here D equal to minus I1 by I2. That is the ratio between two currents. So here you have two currents on the right side. So you can rearrange this equation and you will get minus I1 by I2 will be equal to D. That will be equal to what is Z22 by Z21. That is obtained from this equation. So this term left side is equal to 0 and this is the sum. So you can take one of the quantity to left side and you can cross multiply or divide, that is you will get minus I1 by I2 equal to minus I1 by I2 will be equal to Z22 divided by Z21. Okay, Z22 divided by Z21, that is the parameter D. Like the way you derived the equation for ABCD in terms of Z1, Z2 and Z3. Sorry, in terms of Z11, Z12, Z21 and Z22. So you have to remember this equation because for doing problems this will be very useful. Next is you have to find the relationship between ABCD parameter and Y parameter. So you have to take what equation? ABCD parameter equation, and also you have to take this equation, that is 16 point, this one, that is equation 16.3 and 16.4, that is representing the short circuit admittance parameter. So this is that equation, that is I1 and I2 in terms of V1 and V2. So the procedure is same. Here ABCD parameter is this one. So first of all we have to substitute. In order to find the value of A, you have to substitute I2 equal to 0. Okay, let us see. ABCD parameter in terms of I parameter, you are taking the primary equations for current and voltages, and here ABCD is given here. Starting from A, first of all you have to substitute I2 equal to 0 and you are utilizing this equation, okay, I1 and I2 equation, which is representing the short circuit admittance parameter equations. So whenever I2 equal to 0, this term becomes 0. So 0 will be equal to Y21 V1 plus Y22 V2. So A is the ratio between V1 and V2. So what is ratio between V1 and V2 from this equation? That will be equal to minus Y22 by Y21. Therefore A and Y parameters are related. Next, in the similar way you can derive the equation between C and Y parameter. So the condition is I2 equal to 0 here. So you have to take these two equations and here you are substituting I2 equal to 0. So what will happen to I2 equal to 0 means that this equation equals 0 equal to this equation, and here there is no I2 terms, but you are writing these two equations. See, the equation 16.3 and 16.4 is this one when I2 equal to 0. So this, when you can write it in the matrix form as I1 0, and the next is parameter matrix, Y parameter matrix, next is V1 and V2. And here you have to find out C. In order to find C, what is the value of I1 by V2, you have to find out the V2 value. So here from the matrix you can find the V2 by using the Cramer's rule. So to find V2, what is the value of V2? V2 will be equal to Y11, Y21, and this is replaced by I10 divided by determinant Y, that is del Y. So you will get, by cross multiplying, you will get minus Y21 I1 by delta Y. So you can substitute the value of V2 in the equation C. So C equal to I1 by V2. So C will be equal to minus del Y by Y21. So you get the relation between C and Y parameter. Okay. Del Y is the determinant of this matrix. Okay. Next you can find the relation between B and Y. For that you are taking B is V minus V1 by I2. It is obtained by setting V2 equal to 0. Whenever V2 equal to 0, what will happen? V2 equal to 0, you can take this equation when V2 equal to 0, that is 16.4, 4 is taking, that is whenever V2 equal to 0, this term becomes 0. So rest of the terms are this, I2 equal to Y21 divided by V1. Okay. I2 equal to Y21 divided by V1. So you will get, you have to find out the relation between, what is next, V1 by I2. You want to find out the relation between B and Y. So B equation is minus V1 by I2. So you will get what is minus B1 minus V1. See, now you have this term alone, minus V1 by I2 equal to minus 1 by Y21. Okay. So you will get V1 by I2 is equal to minus 1 by Y21. That is the value of B. Now Y parameter and B are connected. Next you want to, up to this time you find out C, A and B. Next you want to find the relation between D and Y parameter. Here D is minus I1 by I2 and the condition is V2 equal to 0. So you have to substitute v2 equal to 0 in this equation. Okay. So you are taking this equation here. When v2 equal to 0, this equation become I1 equal to y11 v1. Whenever v2 equal to 0, this equation become I2 equal to y21 v1. So the ratio between I1 by I2 is y11 divided by y21. So minus I1 by I2 is equal to minus y11 by y21. So D will be equal to minus y11 by y21. So the method is simple. These all are simple substitutions, but you should bear in mind that you have to use the equations for two-port networks in terms of impedance parameter, admittance parameter, and in terms of ABCD parameter. Okay. So next we will see bilateral network or reciprocal network. The main condition for the bilateral network is that it should obey the reciprocity principle. That means in the case of bilateral network, the impedance parameter, that is Z12 will be equal to Z21. For also in the case of admittance parameter, Y12 will be equal to Y21. So this is the main condition for the bilateral network, that is the principle of reciprocity. And in the case of transmission matrix, when we have the derivation is not required, actually BC minus AD quantity, that is the matrix is A minus B, C minus D is the matrix. When we are taking the determinant, we will get BC minus AD will be equal to minus Z12 by Z21. That is obtained by substitutions for B, C, A and D in terms of Z values. So for the case of bilateral network, we know that Z12 equal to Z21. So this will be equal to minus 1. So AD minus BC equal to 1. So this is the condition for bilateral network or reciprocal network in terms of Z, Y and ABCD parameters. So AD minus BC equal to 1. Suppose in the problem, if you are given 3 transmission parameters, then third parameter you want to find out, then you can utilize this equation. Okay, that's the thing. Okay, go through these portions and remember the equations connecting A and ABCD parameter and Z parameter, similarly Y parameter and ABCD parameter, and you can solve the problem. Okay, now write down the problem. The impedance parameter of a two-port network are Z11 equal to 6, Z22 equal to 4, Z12 equal to Z21 equal to 3 ohm. Compute the Y parameter and ABCD parameter and write the describing equation. So, you are asked to find out Y parameter and ABCD parameter. Here, Z parameters are given. Here you can see Z12 equal to Z21. That means this network is a bilateral network. In that case, Y21 will be equal to Y12. That is the point that you are obtaining from this question. Next, you want to compute Y parameters, that is Y11, Y12, Y21, Y22. Similarly, ABCD parameter, that is A, B, C and D. And all should be obtained from this Z parameter. So you should know the relation connecting this ABCD parameter and Z parameter. Similarly, Y parameter and Z parameter. Okay. So that we have gone through the video sessions. So now you have an idea about that. So A will be equal to Z11 by Z21. So you can substitute Z11 value, which is 6, and Z21 value is 3. So you will get that value. B will be equal to delta Z divided by Z21. So instead of delta Z, you know that what is delta Z? Delta Z is equal to determinant of Z11, Z12, Z21 and Z22, that is equal to this quantity, divided by Z21. That is when you are substituting the different values of Z from this, you will get a value. Now C can be found out by the equation 1 by Z21. You can simply substitute from the here D is equal to Z22 by Z21. So the thing is that you should remember all the equations. Okay. So ABCD parameters you have obtained. Now you can find Y parameter. Y parameter and Z parameter are related from the equation Y11 equal to Z22 by delta Z. Similarly, Y12 equal to minus Z12 divided by delta Z. And Y21 equal to Y12 equal to minus Z12 by delta Z. So you will get different Y parameters also. And next you are asked to find out, write the describing equations. So you have to write the equations, that is in terms of Z parameter you can write the equation as V1 equal to, what is V1? V1 equal to Z11 I1 plus Z12 I2. V2 equal to Z21 I1 plus Z22 I2. That is the equation. Instead of Z11, Z12, Z22 and Z22, you are substituting 6, 3, 3 and 4. And Y parameter equation is in terms of I1 and I2. I1 equal to Y11 V1 plus Y12 V2. Similarly, I2 equal to Y21 V1 plus Y22 V2. You can substitute the values of Y parameters here. In the case of ABCD parameter equation is V1 equal to A V2 minus B I2. And in the I1 equal to C V2 minus D I2. You can substitute ABCD values, so you will get these equations. Okay. That's all about this topic. Thank you. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Okay, thank you.